in this one, I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit more tiling on the exterior of this. So let's get started. So I've gone ahead and duplicated some of this grass and just moved it down into position. And you can see here with this one that I've scaled it up, and I also went ahead and just duplicated more of it and put it around the edge of the walls. I also made a copy of the wall and just positioned it over here. So what I might do is just press Z now and come back to solid. I'm going to select these particle systems and just switch off their visibility, because all they're going to do is slow down the computer. Okay, so just quickly switch these off. I'm going to press 7 for top view, press Z, come into wireframe, and just select the rest of these. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is select this object that has the stones on it, and I'm going to tab into edit mode. I'm going to press Ctrl R and roll the mouse wheel once, left click twice. I'm just going to add 2 loop cuts basically, and I'm going to scale these up onto Y and just drag them up to maybe something like this. So I'm going to press Ctrl Tab, switch to face selection, press delete and delete faces. So now if I tab back to object mode, you can see that updates and we have a gap here where the back doors are. So I'm just going to come back to solid. Okay, so what I'd like to do is extend this paving area over around here. So to do that, I'm going to press Shift D, press X just to drag this down here. Okay, so I know my original piece is over here. So if I press 7, I'm going to go into top view. I'm going to press Z, bring up wireframe. I'm going to rotate this -90. And I can press GX, just snap this over here. GY, snap it down. So I'm going to zoom in and just make sure I'm close. So I want to drag this in the X by -0.02. So GX -0.02, press enter. Okay, just roll the mouse wheel to zoom out. I'm going to increase the 10 to maybe whatever it takes to fill up this gap here. Okay, so 14 goes beyond the wall, but that's fine. It's not going to be seen. I'm going to increase the 17 count and just extend this up to the back wall here. So what I'm going to do is reduce this to 28. I'm going to press Shift D, just right click, and reduce this right down to maybe 2. I can drag this up then in the Y and zoom in here. I can snap it back down to GY, snap it to this level here. And I'm just going to make that gap again, so GY 0.02. And if I tab into edit mode, I can maybe select this and snap it back to the length there. Tab back to object mode. And what I'm actually going to do is reduce this to 1. Press Shift D, just snap this, press Y, just drag this up, press GY, and snap it to this edge here. So if I tab into edit mode, I can just snap this back to that edge there. Okay, and just tab back to object mode. And that wouldn't be too bad. It's going to come back to solid. Just come around there to take a look at this. Okay, so we have a gap in here that we need to fix. So I'm going to select this, Shift D again, just right click. I'm going to press 7, press Z and wireframe, and just reduce these so to 16 and reduce to 15 then to maybe 1. Drag this up, zoom in here, and basically just position it. So I'm going to snap it over here, so GY and GX. And then just GX 0.02, and that would be pretty good. So maybe GY, and snap that down there. So if I tab it to edit mode, press A to deselect, it's going to box select this and drag it back and try and line this up with the base. I think it's this one here. I'm going to have to come back to solid and just take a look at this. Okay, so that wouldn't be too bad. I'm going to press 0 to come back into camera view and maybe just come around here just to take a look and give this a quick render. Okay, that's not looking too bad. I'm just going to go ahead and make a couple more modifications. Okay, but otherwise that's going to do it for this one.